Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Conroe ISD Wood Forest Bank Stadium stream tonight. I'm Jackson Cochran, and to my left is Sam Ulrich.
Good evening. I'm glad to be here tonight on this Thursday night for a little bit of football against the Oak Ridge War Eagles in Cleveland, a little district game on a Thursday night before Friday Night Lights, and always good when you have some football on tap, especially on a Thursday.
Exactly. Thank you, Sam. Yes, we are here bringing you your coverage tonight for this Week 8 district game between, as he was saying, the Oak Ridge War Eagles and the Cleveland Indians. And tonight's game is a special kind of night, especially for Oak Ridge, because guess what, Sam? It's senior night.
It is, absolutely.
And you're also a senior, correct?
I am. It's starting to feel real, but Conroe senior night's not for a couple more weeks, so
So you have some time to
that's
just.
when I'm gonna start. It's starting to feel it now, but I'll definitely start feeling it in 2 weeks when we have our senior night.
Very cool, very cool. Just a little time for it to all marinate. But
Yep.
right now, tonight, we're going over a lot of the festivities. We already had a lot of the team. I mean, we had a lot of the faculty and the students come out on the field for honoring those students on senior night. And we're going to be providing a couple of things for tonight's matchup, especially. We've been coming up with a couple catchphrases, or we've been workshopping a few things, and we tried like Tiger Tactics last week for our Conroe High game, and tonight we're going to be talking about the War Eagle While. The War Eagle While to winning. So, Sam, why don't you start us off with our 3 keys to the War Eagle While to winning?
Yeah. So first key of the game for Oak Ridge is run the football. I mean, Oak Ridge has the most yards on the run in the district with over, I believe, 1,700 rushing yards. And they are facing a Cleveland defense who's given up the most rushing yards with over 1,500. So it's, Oak Ridge is strong positive versus Cleveland's negative. So that's what that's what I would like to see out of this Oak Ridge offense tonight is run the football. That's what they do all year. You have the 2 leading rushers in the district, and Frankie Arthur and Larry DeBose. That's what you should expect to see out of this offense tonight on senior night.
I like that. I like that. For me, one of my War Eagle Wilds to winning, it's going to be after we come back.
You've got a lot going on, so how do you find time to take care of you? At Houston Methodist, we work around your busy life. There's same-day visits when you're sick, online scheduling with specialists, access to all your records through MyChart, and video visits 24/7 if you need urgent care. Bringing you Houston Methodist's expertise, wherever, whenever you need it.
That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
For over 40 years, Wood Forest National Bank has proudly supported the youth and schools of this great community. Our bank has grown through the years, and Montgomery County is our home. With over 30 convenient branch locations right here in Montgomery County, we are your community bank. Next time you're in the area, stop by and say hi. But for now, sit back and enjoy the game.
Shopping for a new or used vehicle, or just looking for a place for good, reliable service? Go with the name you know. Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. The Gullo family has been serving the Conroe Woodlands area since 1970. So the next time you're shopping for a new or used vehicle, or just need service, do yourself a favor and go see Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford. Or log on anytime at GulloAuto.com. Gullo, let's drive.
This is Donnie Buckaloo with Buckaloo Chevrolet. After 2.5 years, I'm proud to say we have new Chevrolets in stock today and are receiving new inventory daily. At Buckaloo Chevrolet, what you see is what you get. We don't charge market adjustments or added equipment you don't want. The price you see is the price you pay, so don't pay over MSRP. On I-45 in Conroe or shop BuckalooChevrolet.com.
It's a better buy at Buckaloo.
It's not enough to be the leader in robotic-assisted procedures. If we're not by your side for every step of your recovery, guiding you back to what makes you, you. Because it's not enough to replace your knee if we're not getting you to the moments that can't be replaced. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Thank you to our sponsors for allowing us to bring you this coverage tonight here on our Conroe ISD Woodforest Bank Stadium stream here at the glorious Woodforest Bank Stadium in Shenandoah, Texas. And as you can see, the sun is already starting to set, but before we had to take that quick break for our sponsors, I was going to give you my War Eagle Wild to winning. And for me, it is as cliche every single week, but it stands true. It's don't give up any free yards. You have dominant defenders, you have a dominant run game, and you have a good offensive line. There's no reason that you need to be getting penalized and giving up those free yards, and that is easy enough to be a key to victory, because all those free yards you continue to give up, it will hinder your game. Sam, what's your third War Eagle Wild to winning?
So my third War Eagle Wild to winning is just, get everyone involved. It's senior night. It's their last chance to play here home, even though they might be playing here, because they share the stadium with some other teams. I think technically it's their last home game. You have this final stretch heading into the playoffs in which they're sitting right there at the top of the district, 3-1 in district play. You got a pivotal game next week against College Park, who's also doing well in the district. Like to get that one. So get everyone involved, really get this offense rolling, get the defense rolling, headed in late in the stretch into, late district games and then also into the playoffs. So you want to get those big guys going. You want to get everyone involved. So that's my last War Eagle Wild to winning. A little bit of a tongue twister there.
Just a little bit. We're workshopping some things up here. And I'm just happy to see you actually make your way down south, because you've been sitting pretty north from here in Moorhead majority of the season.
Yeah, this is my second game here at the bank. Other one I did was the Conroe Oak Ridge game, so I've actually seen this Oak Ridge team play, but I believe this is your first Oak Ridge game.
This will be my first Oak Ridge game this season. I have had the honor to call a couple of Oak Ridge games over the last couple seasons. I believe this is my technically third season doing this with everyone, and I was here on the last game of the season last year whenever it was Oak Ridge and Willis, where Oak Ridge were able to come out on top, which was a great game, especially since it had to get postponed due to the weather, but that's another story for another day. It was Game 6 of the World Series that day also. I had to be out of here pretty quick, but it was just one of those games where Oak Ridge came out on top, and the Astros won the World Series for 2022. But a couple of other things that I want to get back to with tonight's matchup. By the numbers, you were talking about this in our War Eagle Wilds to winning. You were talking about Frankie Arthur and Larry DeBose, two of the dominant runners in the district. Mm-hmm. Frankie Arthur actually leads the district with rushing touchdowns. What separates him as one of the key runners in district?
He's so versatile in all aspects of the offense, and you got to give credit to it helps when you have a good running back, but it also helps when you have a really good offensive line. So as much as we praise these running backs for their dominance, you got to give it up for the big boys up front and that O-line allowing them to block. And this is an offense that's really built through the run game. We see a lot of options. We see a lot of RPOs. You'll see a lot of the split backfield tonight with the top two running backs in the district, which it's kind of crazy to think about that you have the top two rushers in the district on the same team. That just goes to show how dominant this run offense is for Oak Ridge.
And so many mouths to feed, especially where going back by the numbers, you do see that just the point differential, because they are able to chew up a lot of clock. So it has been a lot closer games for the War Eagles, even though that they've outscored the opposition by close to 40 points on the season, where you see certain schools like Willis that have just pretty much kicked the door off the hinges by going close to 300 points, outscoring their opposition. Just got to be able to continue with the two-headed monster of Arthur and DeBose, continue to just have faith in your run game, chew up some clock. But you were telling me just about, I believe it was Justin Williams?
Justin Williams, the 5-star #1 linebacker in the nation, heading to Georgia along with his teammate Joseph Jonah Ajonye. And that's what makes this defense so scary, is those guys in the front seven. Just makes big plays, big tackles for losses, and sacks. You have Joseph Jonah Ajonye, the leader in the district for sacks, and also Justin Williams, the leader in the district for tackles for losses. So you have just guys that are going to play at the next level and make this team so good.
And obviously, looking at Cleveland, they have not won a game in district yet. You're going to see a lot of this defense that could possibly even pad those stats even more, which will be great for this defense and offense when it does come to, let's say, a tiebreaker within the numbers by district. But we're going to take a brief break. We're going to have the kickoff entitlement. We're going to have the Star Spangled Banner, National Anthem. ROTC's coming out to midfield right now. So just sit back, relax, and about 5 to 10 minutes from now, we're going to have ourselves some high school football.
Yes, we will.
Thank you to the Oak Ridge Band for doing the national anthem tonight. As you can see, moving towards midfield, we have our team captains. Number 8, Favor Awadoyan. Number 70, Vance Vergilo. Number 3, Tavian Jefferson, and number 4, Justin Williams.
Gentlemen, big name captain. Captain, big honor. Congratulations. Oak Ridge, your home team. Visitors. tails. Kick for defer. Okay, you want the ball. What way you want to kick? Okay. Just toss. They will kick. Clock this way. Let's shake hands. Let's have a great game.
Okay, so as you can see, Oak Ridge is going to be kicking off this evening, and they will defer for the second half, and they are going to defend the north end zone. So we get to see this Cleveland offense first and see what this Oak Ridge defense has in store for them. A couple key players to keep an eye on the Cleveland side of things. You're going to see number 1, Andy Medina, wide receiver, and also does play some defensive back. And then you have number 17, Ruben Mendez, who's the quarterback for Cleveland. And you do see Isaiah Harrison, number 6, and number 10, Jamarian Caldwell, that will be splitting time in the backfield at running back for Cleveland. And Nolan Garmendez, you will also see a little bit of him taking some snaps, but he also is playing both sides of the ball at linebacker. A couple key players for you just to see on the Cleveland side of things.
Yeah, and on this kickoff here, Andy Medina, the dangerous kickoff return man, as he leads the district in all-purpose yards on the kickoff return at 228 yards on 10 returns. So that's a pretty good statistic there for Cleveland. Hasn't been able to take one back for a touchdown yet.
Number 36, Marcus Erstad, kicks it off as Medina comes out of the backfield. So Medina gets the return, and he is tackled at the 17, and we are officially underway for this first quarter here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. The only game being played tonight in the district. Everyone else in the district will be playing tomorrow night. As we see the offense from Cleveland, they're wearing their gray tops, red pants, and Oak Ridge is wearing their red tops with gray pants. A little color clashing. Cleveland's going empty. Medina goes in motion. Medina on the screen as he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage on the near side. It'll be a 2nd and 10. No, 2nd and 12. Oak Ridge lining up with 4 down linemen. Cleveland hands it off, runs between the tackles. Harris is brought down. Looks like number 44, Julian Johnson, was in on the tackle. So it'll be a 3rd and 9 with just 1 minute into this first quarter.
Yeah, we see an early 3rd down forced by this Oak Ridge defense. And they've been very good on 3rd down defensively all this year.
Medina. Actually, Gomez, I'm sorry. Mendez throws it incomplete, so it'll be a 3 and out for Cleveland. As we see the punt team come out. You'll see number 81, Gabe Camillo, who is back to return for Oak Ridge. Now, Sam, I know I asked this last week. How many yards back is the punter usually?
Usually about 12. I think it was 12.
14 to 14 and a half.
Ah, that's what it was.
So this is a high, shallow punt as it bounces in favor for Oak Ridge. I would say that punt went maybe 10 yards, but the bounce back possibly 8, and it is going to be great field position here for the Oak Ridge offense. So Adam Trosclair is going to be in the gun, playing quarterback for Oak Ridge. As Arthur gets the handoff, as he tries to turn the corner, as he gets a stiff arm and is pushed out of bounds, as they would say, are they going to give him the first down, or is he just a little bit shy? The spot of the ball, he is just a yard, 2 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, looking at the replay here, I mean, Frankie Arthur, he just runs with so much aggression, able to get to the edge and throws a powerful stiff arm to throw the defender to the ground and pick up almost a first down on his first carry of the day.
2nd and 2. Another handoff. Dancing in the backfield, turns the corner, and he gets out of bounds with a first down. So it'll be a 1st and goal at the 8 for Oak Ridge. The War Eagles are in the red zone and are ready to capitalize on that 3 and out. Lined up with 3 wide receivers on the far side. We do have a timeout, an official timeout.
Injury timeout.
And early from the Oak Ridge offense, we're seeing exactly what we expected to see, and that's Frankie Arthur and his Oak Ridge offense just running the ball, doing what they do best, and playing to their game. I like what I'm seeing, but in the red zone, you know, they might try to switch it up. They do have a very talented sophomore receiver in James Scott. Stands very tall. You see him on the field, number 1. He stands around 6'2", 6'3", just a sophomore. Can't wait to see how he progresses in his future here at Oak Ridge. He's lined up.
He's right there at the far sideline.
At the very top of the screen once they show it. But number 1, could possibly see, try to toss it up to him, but
they did give it back to Arthur as he is still moving. It looks like he's finally in for the touchdown. 3 rushes for Frankie Arthur. Gets his first score of the night. Just tacks on that district lead in rushing touchdowns. He's at 11 just after 2 minutes in the first quarter. Oak Ridge strikes first. We do see Marcus Erstad ready to kick the point after. Good snap, good hold. That kick, it's good. It just took 3 plays for the War Eagles to get in the end zone. As you just see Frankie Arthur fighting to cross the plane. And Oak Ridge is up 7-0. Sam, it was a very short series for Oak Ridge. What'd you like in that short stint?
Just doing what they do best and run the ball. Obviously, that starting field possession played into their advantage. But Frankie Arthur ripping off a couple 8-yard runs. I mean, started off the drive at the Cleveland 27, basically almost starting in the red zone, and you score in under a minute. You're putting your first points on the game. It's looking very good for the War Eagles. And that defense ready to get back out there and really show why they are the most dominant defense in the district.
Thank you, Sam. Well, we do see that Andy Medina is back to return, and alongside Isaiah Harrison. They were able to kick it to Medina last time. So squib kick, and as Cleveland did try to get possession, Ball is knocked out of bounds. That was number 3, Josue Estrada, on the return. We're going to see Cleveland start this drive at the 25. Cleveland attempted 2 passes in that first drive. See if they're going to try to feed Harrison early or if they're going to continue to try to execute with their pass game. So Mendez with the quarterback keeper, and he is tackled after a 3-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd and 7 for Cleveland. So I believe that was Cameron McCooey who was on the tackle for Oak Ridge.
And early Cleveland's first 2 run plays both resulted in 3-yard gains, so running the ball has been pretty productive for them so far.
And as you see, this front, Oak Ridge is saying there was a fumble on the play, and they're coming up with it. But it looks like it's going to be a 3rd down for Cleveland. But Sam, what you were talking about, it's just how this front 7 for Oak Ridge is really strong, and you're just seeing that as they're attacking the line of scrimmage and are not allowing Cleveland to just get anywhere except for those 3 yards, now only going on 6 yards. So Mendez is in the gun as they continue to stick with this empty formation, but we do have a timeout called by Cleveland.
Timeout, Cleveland.
It was a little bit of a difficult time to get into the stadium tonight. A lot of people were here early as we were honoring the seniors. So it was already a packed house as we see everyone is starting to actually fill in wherever they're seated in the stadium. Nice full student section tonight. And seeing a lot of pink in the crowd due to it being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Continuing to fight for the cure, which is very nice. Actually do come from a family with some breast cancer survivors. So it's 3rd and 8 now for Cleveland. They're Mendez rolling left, throws it out of bounds, which will bring up another 4th down. So it'll be a back-to-back 3 and outs for Cleveland. Haven't seen any personnel come in for the punt team yet. So Cleveland is going to keep their offense on the field. Well, actually, so it's kind of a quick punt style. It's a good, favorable roll for Cleveland as it'll be in the Oak Ridge territory. Oak Ridge is going to start at their own 27. So they have 73 yards to find their way to the end zone this drive.
Yep, started on the Cleveland 27 last drive. Will now start on their 27 this drive. So definitely a big difference in field position for the War Eagles. But we'll see on this drive if that really makes a difference or if they will just continue to dominate the run game as we see going out there the split backfield look of Frankie Arthur and Larry DeBose. As we mentioned, the 2 leading rushers in the district.
Trosclair throws it as he finds James Scott as he gets pushed out of bounds for the 1st down. So just here on the replay, just a nice bubble screen, and Scott had enough room to get the first down and just hug that sideline. As they're already close to midfield after that pass. Bit of the pistol formation. It's Trosclair.
Yeah, tough little pass there when you're right-handed quarterback and you're rolling left.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little cross body, and it makes it difficult for the quarterback to kind of feel where that ball is going to go with all your momentum traveling to the left, and that's probably what caused that little incompletion. Not really sure if it was intended for Scott or not, as there was two receivers kind of in the area. He kind of just threw it in between them, but
so Arthur gets the handoff as he stretches to the right side and is out of bounds right near the first down marker. Going to see if they give him. So he actually stepped out a lot sooner. Just that big stride at the very end made you think that he got out of bounds right at the first down marker. So it's 3rd and 4. Oak Ridge still attacking, trying to get back into the Cleveland territory, leading 7-0 here in the first quarter. Changing that play up at the line of scrimmage, so let's see what Adam Trosclair has in store. See Arthur in the backfield. Another handoff to Arthur as he dances in the backfield, but he's getting met at the line of scrimmage, and they call him down, but it's going to be an official timeout after this for the 4th down.
Got an injured timeout. Injured timeout.
Sam, it looked like the Cleveland defense was actually putting more pressure at the line of scrimmage because they were expecting the run.
yeah, and if you're the Cleveland defense, that's what you're going to want to focus on for most of this game is really just focus that they're going to run the ball, stack the box, really try to make Frankie Arthur uncomfortable back there, which has been a tough task for teams to do this season as he's just been so dominant throughout non-district and district play. But kind of if you're Oak Ridge, you might be thinking about going for it here. It's you're kind of around midfield, fourth and medium. And I believe
and with how well the defense has been playing, even if you give Cleveland possession right at midfield, if it does be a turnover on downs, you still have faith in what your defense has in store. But it looks like they're lining up for the punt.
Very interesting, because I believe back there is James Scott, who would do the punting duties here.
So Scott punts it off. Cleveland signals for the fair catch, but they can't come up with it. So it looks like Oak Ridge does come up with the referee signaled that it is Oak Ridge's ball. So the fumble on the return, even though they signal for the fair catch, it's a live ball if you can't return it. And great coverage by Oak Ridge by falling on the ball. That was number 20, Paxton McCutcheon. Following your assignment on special teams, and you come up with the ball. As Arthur and company are back on the field. So that was number 16, Jack Emerson, in at quarterback for Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge does tend to split it up with their quarterbacks.
Yep, especially in the Connor Oak Ridge game. Definitely saw a heavy dose of both Trosclair and Emerson.
James Scott getting the first down on the reception.
Yeah, James Scott making his presence felt early.
Emerson hands it off, and Arthur stumbles in the backfield and is tackled. Looks like met at the line of scrimmage. But Oak Ridge is in the red zone, which will be a 2nd and 11. Ball at the 16.
Yeah, that's back-to-back run plays that Arthur has been stopped at the line or behind. So this Cleveland defense is, finding those gaps and filling them, not letting Arthur go anywhere.
They're defending the edge. They're trying to contain, and they're pressing the gaps. As Emerson throws an incomplete pass into the end zone, he was looking for Elijah Ambrosia. We have a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, this Cleveland defense, after that first drive, has really been able to set the edge on the defense and, force Arthur to try to run up the middle where they just clog it. So kudos to this Cleveland defense for, getting a big 3rd down here, trying to get the big 3rd down stop.
Emerson finds his man, but it is incomplete. I believe that was Larry DeBose he was looking for in the slot. So this will be a 4th. It'll be a 4th down, and I think we're going to see the field goal team make their way on the field. Big stop by Cleveland. So the 33-yarder is good. Halfway through the first quarter, Oak Ridge extends the lead 10-0 following the field goal from Marcus Erstad.
It was a good defensive stand there for Cleveland, though, as, you force that stop, you make him punt, but, you turn the ball over, and then just like that, Oak Ridge was back into Cleveland territory. But you come up and you make some big stops on Frankie Arthur and in the pass game and force a field goal, and that's a win for that Cleveland defense when Oak Ridge starts at your 26.
Exactly. Especially since they were just down at their own 27. The fumble recovery on the punt return, and still 3rd drive gets great field position. Erstad lining up. He's always favoring the left hash when he's kicking off. It's a high kick. And Medina is still standing and finally gets pushed out of bounds. So it looked like Medina muffed it a little bit and then finally was able to pick it up, and just too many Oak Ridge defenders were there and tackled him right at the 14 and pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, it kind of looked like I thought he had signaled for a fair catch. He kind of did like a windmill with the right arm pretty early.
But I was looking at the referee on the sideline, and just after he touched the ball, signaling, hey, let's move this clock. Let's get it going. So the 3rd time we're going to see the Cleveland offense tonight. Is lining up, going empty. Quick pass, and that was number 12, Bryce Morris, on the reception. Just gets a yard. There was Justin Williams on the tackle. You're going to hear his name quite a bit tonight. Good north and south defender.
Yeah, he's got a pro football build there at middle linebacker, as in the modern game you're relying on a fast guy as the leader of that defense, and he definitely is that.
Cleveland goes for a run and gets their biggest run of the night. Say that's going to be a 1st down. So Jamarian Caldwell gets the call, gets a 1st down for Cleveland as they move the chains for the first down of the night for Cleveland.
Yes. It was a good, powerful run for a pickup of 9.
It was a nice opening at the line of scrimmage. Didn't need to do any sidestepping. So they call his number again as he tries to cut back and almost stumbles in the backfield, so it will be a loss. did see Tylen Hughes, number 95, was one of the defenders on that tackle. So Oak Ridge lining up, still with the 4 down linemen. Mendez finds Medina. So it'll be a third. No, I'm sorry, that'll be a 2nd and 5. No, it is third. My apologies, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and Cleveland here might go back to a little short pass, but it looks like the Oak Ridge secondary is kind of pressed up a little bit more on it. Might be ready for it.
So Mendez under center. He gives it back over to Caldwell as he gets stuffed at the line. Looked like they were running a zone to the left. And just gets stuffed right back at the line of scrimmage. And they might do the same thing they did earlier with that punt. Oak Ridge isn't having anyone back to return. So another favorable bounce for Cleveland as the punt goes only 9 that time, maybe 7. So another excellent field position for Oak Ridge as they're already starting off back in Cleveland territory. It'll be 1st and down at the 37.
Yeah, I find it quite interesting when Cleveland kind of runs that, how they run their punt formation, because you could try to catch the defense off guard and kind of it'd be a good opportunity to fake a punt there.
Yeah, because Mendez was just in the gun and then just scooted more back as they were getting the snap, and so DeBose is starting to get some touches now as he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So the front 4 for Cleveland is winning a little bit of this battle in the trenches. They're able to get through and actually stuff this run game some. As Emerson's back to pass, throws, finds DeBose in the middle of the field for the touchdown.
He doesn't just do it in the backfield. He can do it anywhere on the field. That's Larry DeBose, the running back. Will pick up a receiving touchdown as he just gets behind the defense.
37-yard touchdown reception, gets way past the defenders, wide open in the middle of the field.
And that play action they called there seemed like it definitely caught the guys in the secondary. This is Oak Ridge team that runs the ball. They thought, oh, man, this is going to be run up the middle. Got to go stop the run. But then Emerson just pulls it back and then sees DeBose wide open over the middle.
Yeah, that's DeBose's 3rd receiving touchdown of the season. His longest was an 81-yarder earlier this year. So you know that they're going to call his number, and he can easily get the yards. So it is now 17-0, still in the first quarter, all Oak Ridge on senior night.
So we saw Emerson those last 2 drives. So we might see Trosclair come out, because Trosclair got the first 2, Emerson got these last 2. But we will see the Cleveland offense.
So I do see your stat. As he kicks it a little high. And Cleveland signals for the fair catch. So Cleveland's going to start off at the 35. With just 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. So play action, incomplete. So Corey Kunzeller is in the backfield next to Mendez. As they did the play action. Second and 10 for Cleveland as they have another empty set. Mendez keeps it. And it looks like he gets maybe 3. Gonna see what the line judge spots it. It'll be, nope, it'll be 3rd and 8. So Jonah Ajonye, sorry.
Joseph Jonah Ajonye. It's a
Jonah
fun name
Ajonye.
to say. I used to go to school with Joseph back in junior high and a little bit of high school. Great player and a great kid.
Oak Ridge had the look that they were bringing 5 as they were just bringing the pressure as Mendez throws an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Ajonye there again on that pressure, just able to get into the backfield. Originally from Nigeria, call him the Nigerian Nightmare. A little bit of Christian Okoye is his nickname in the NFL, and Joseph has the potential to possibly make it one day to the NFL as he's heading to Georgia with Justin Williams. Add to that scary Georgia defense.
So Cleveland with another 3 and out is punting. Almost a fumble by Oak Ridge when they were signaling for the fair catch. So Gabe Camarillo almost fumbled the ball. Could have been very dangerous because Bryce Morris was right there just hovering for Cleveland. As Oak Ridge is lining up and Emerson is back in for quarterback, and Arthur's in the backfield as they're lining up, and looks like they're doing the pistol right now. Arthur gets some separation, turns the corner, looks 5, maybe 6. Not 5, not 6. They give him 7.
Yeah, Arthur's got that second level acceleration where he's just able to outrun those DBs trying to tackle him.
Well, even if you see just off the replay how he just gets that turn and just is trying to widen it to get that extra second burst and just able to cut on that. As they call Arthur again as he just shoots out of the gate. Gets the first down. No, just short of the first down.
This is going to be a big 3rd down for Cleveland. It's decision time for Oak Ridge. I mean, if you're Cleveland, you're probably selling out for the run here.
Well, keep an eye out because I do see DeBose in the slot. As Arthur does get it, he gets a huge gain on that one. That is a first down as they are now back in Cleveland territory. Benefits of the run game, you continue to chew up that clock. We're just a minute away from closing out the first quarter. Oak Ridge still leading 17-0. DeBose gets the handoff as he gets just a yard. So Arthur back in at running back. Emerson throws to the flat, finds DeBose, fighting for extra yardage. He gets the first down.
And early in this game, in the first quarter, we've seen DeBose been used heavily in the passing game. And that just shows how dangerous of a player he is. You can really put him anywhere, and he will succeed anywhere on that offense. We've seen him play sometimes on the outside, in the backfield, in the slots. He's just one of those, like, plug guys you can really put anywhere.
A little bit of a Swiss Army man. And that does it for the first quarter. So after 12, with 36 minutes remaining, Oak Ridge leading 17-0. Yeah, I saw you shaking your head. You didn't know if I could math like that. I can math like that.
It is Thursday, so you still got to do. It's not the end of the week. You can't turn off the brain just yet.
Yeah, tomorrow's still work day. It is still a school night. Can't turn off the math. The math is still working. When I need to math, I will math. How many more times can I say math tonight?
Might have to put you on a counter, tally mark. How many times?
Math. Add those 3. I'm telling you.
Goodness.
Oak Ridge lining up. Emerson still in the gun. DeBose in the slot. Actually, he's hanging around the line of scrimmage, kind of hanging back a little bit. Arthur in the backfield. Emerson gets pressure, rolls left, throws down the field, and that is a touchdown for Oak Ridge. 81, Gabe Camarillo.
And that's big there for Gabe Camarillo, as he is one of the many seniors on this Oak Ridge team, and to be able to score on senior night has got to be something very special to him.
And that's one of your War Eagle wiles tonight. Get everyone involved, especially the seniors.
And so we've seen
Arthur, DeBose,
and Camarillo, 3 different touchdown scorers so far for Oak Ridge.
And all 3 have been seniors.
They might try to get, most of their guys try to get these seniors into the end zone. But that was a very similar play concept to the same one when they scored their second touchdown, just a little bit of a play fake. Somebody was open, got behind the defense on just a little streak route, and just grab it and walk into the end zone.
Erstad teeing it up. A little bit of wind coming from the south, blowing north.
Yeah, we could see the
flags over at the south end zone.
The schools and the district's flags.
I didn't really check to see what the weather was like out there tonight. I know
I bet it's great.
I know that it got a little warmer during the afternoon.
It felt really, really nice today.
So we're sitting at about 76, so it's probably feeling about 80 since there's not a lot of sun now. It's a nice kick back at the 7. As Cleveland gets some open room. Medina is a dangerous return man for Cleveland. what Sam was talking about earlier, all-purpose yards, one of the higher return all-purpose yards, correct?
Yeah, the highest in the district.
Highest in the district. So if you get him some space, he is going to exploit.
The average is 22 yards per
Return.
And gives Cleveland some favorable starting position here early into the second quarter.
So it is a high snap. Mendez able to fall on it. And you just see Joseph Jonah Ajonye.
There you go.
Thank you. He was just right in the vicinity, so that was a 12-yard loss from the high snap. Mendez back, throws towards the sideline.
It's caught.
So I say that was Henry Daniels on the reception. So it's still a third and long.
It was a tight window to get it into, but able to make the sideline reception for about 6.
See Ajonye just coming off the edge, just putting pressure on Mendez, as it'll be another incomplete pass looking for Medina. It is 4th and 16, and we're probably going to see another punt from Cleveland. Camarillo is back to return. And it is another high punt. And that was Daniels being in traffic where the ball landed at the 42, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 42 at Oak Ridge's own 42, with just 10:21 here remaining in the half. So we've seen a nice little bit of a mixture of the ground attack and the aerial attack from Oak Ridge. We're seeing Emerson back out there going with the split backs. It's been heavy on Frankie Arthur. Maybe they're going to be starting to feed DeBose some as he goes in motion. As you find almost a one-handed catch by DeBose.
Yeah, tried to reel it in there. One hand. If you watch the Texans-Falcons game, trying to pull a little Bijan Robinson.
Well, Bijan caught it and also was able to maneuver
Just
from behind him.
Reeled it. I mean, that was a great catch. He was able to reel it in, made it look effortless.
With a lot of these new advancements, especially with like the gloves, it's like they stick them on their hands as Arthur gets the pitch and just gets back to the line of scrimmage as he's running out of bounds. I'd say he ran close to 7 or 8 yards just going towards the sideline for no gain.
Yeah. I mean, just trying to get to the edge as he's got that great burst of speed, but Cleveland able to track him down and got a 3rd and 10 here.
Cleveland's been able to contain. Emerson throws, gets to Scott for the first down. Back into Cleveland territory.
Yeah, Scott, just a little sort of a slant concept. Getting back across the middle of that field. Was able to just catch it, pick up just about enough for the first down. Had about 11 or 12 there.
Emerson just checks it over to Arthur as he gets a little juke and gets out of bounds. Nothing wrong with checking it down to your running back, especially with the speed that Arthur has. It'll be a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 7. I'm always giving that extra yard. I think they earned that extra yard.
Yeah. Sometimes it's tough to tell.
So they're lined up in the pistol. Emerson rolling right. Gives it over to Paxton McCutcheon. And he gets the first down. So the sophomore just slanting out as he was able to get the first down for Oak Ridge.
Yeah, that's one of those play actions where you roll out to the weak side, and that's one of the ones you kind of know that there's going to be a defender back there. You just got to make the play under pressure.
So Emerson's keeping it as he gets some room. Say he gets maybe 6. But you know what? It might be 5 because I like to get that extra yard.
It might be. Might have gave him 8. They had to get to the 20. They spot him at the 22.
Yeah, you're right. They did give him 8, so it's 2nd and 2. Ball at the 22. They're going split backs, and there's some movement. We see our first flag tonight. So that's going to be encroachment on the defense.
Offsides. Defense number 81. 5-yard penalty.
5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Looks like the defender there for Cleveland thought he might have got the snap count.
Yeah, I think that is the first down.
Yeah. We'll pick up. That is the first penalty we have seen.
Yep. First sign of yellow linen tonight. Still same formation. As they call on Arthur as he finally is tackled just shy of the goal line. I'd say he was pushed out of bounds right at the 2, maybe the 3. Line judge says the 3. So it'll be 1st and goal. Ball at the 3. Oak Ridge only needs 3 to get another score as they're leading 24-0.
And we'll see here if they try to get somebody new into the end zone here, but we see DeBose and Arthur in the backfield who both have touchdowns tonight.
Arthur able to just get into the end zone for his 2nd score tonight.
And Arthur's really wants to solidify that top spot for rushing touchdowns in the district as he's trying to get the rushing touchdown crown this year. I don't know if that's a real award, but
hey, we come up with segments. We come up with a lot of things. We'll crown him.
He might be trying to go for a different type of hat as well, as he's got his 2nd touchdown of the game, trying to possibly pick up the 3rd to get the hat trick.
In European football, that would be known as a brace. If you score 2 goals, it's defined as a brace.
I did not know that. Learn something new every day.
Especially whenever you're listening to a match, you just hear them go, "Hey guys, I'm with a brace." They just, I don't want to get too into it. I don't think I could ever be a legit soccer announcer because they bring it. They have that energy.
Absolutely, they do.
That's right. That's right, Ryan. I heard that. So Oak Ridge leading 31-0. We're still in the first half. It's been all Oak Ridge in this first half.
And on the kickoff, we've seen Oak Ridge try some different things. They looked like they kicked it deep, and then they had that one little what kind of looked like an onside kick, but not really. Kicked it up about 15 yards up in the air. We'll see what they try to do here. Might just, trying to work on some stuff, seeing what they like best on the kickoff team.
And it looks like they get to Medina again as he's trying to find separation, but there's a big tackle right at the 21.
That's Justin Williams. And you can definitely see why he's the real deal. And the number 1 linebacker, not just in the state, but in the nation. So.
For real?
Yeah.
For real, for real.
For real, for real. Yeah.
No cap.
No cap.
Okay.
We're using the.
Yes, I am using
some younger terminology.
Yes.
I like it. Trying to stay, hip.
Trying to. As Oak Ridge was able to get the tackle, I think that was a 2-yard gain by Cleveland. So Omar Cardenas on the defensive line. Still waiting to see Joseph Jonah Ajoye get a big sack in the backfield. You can see him lined up on the edge. He's going one-on-one against the left tackle of Cleveland. So 3rd and 8 for Cleveland. Still trying to find their first score of the night. As Mendez throws an incomplete pass, looks like he was going for Josue Estrada. So, Sam, you were trying to show me a couple stats?
I was just showing you that Justin Williams is ranked number 1 linebacker in the nation, number 9 player overall in the nation.
Okay.
So highly talented.
Is this on Max Preps? Is this on?
I think this is 24/7 Sports.
Okay. Cleveland goes for the punt. Another short punt as Oak Ridge is going to start at their own, actually at the Cleveland 36. 37. No, I see you're on Max Preps.
This is a different.
Okay.
That was the Oak Ridge schedule. Currently, the internet is a little wonky.
A little finicky.
Yeah, we are all the way up here at the very top of the stadium.
It's a nice stadium.
Absolutely, definitely. The bank.
The bank. Ching ching. As DuBose gets the reception, as he gets open space, still hugging the sideline. He's in for another touchdown of the night. DuBose hugging the sideline.
And that is another receiving touchdown for DuBose, his 2nd of the night. And he's trying to match Arthur on total touchdowns for the night, as he and Arthur both have 2. And this is just going to show why Oak Ridge has the top 2 rushers in the district, with the dual threat of Frankie Arthur and Larry DuBose having themselves a fantastic senior night so far.
So you would say that they're cashing in at the bank.
I like that one.
Ching ching. Ching ching. So it just took Oak Ridge one play to get that score, as they're leading 38-0 here in the second quarter. And just a friendly reminder for those of us who are watching right now, we will be back again tomorrow night here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. believe it is College Park in the Woodlands.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's going to be that's a good old rivalry game. The battle of the two Woodland schools. And I believe they're both 3-1 and
Actually, the Woodlands is still undefeated
yeah, they
in
are
district.
still undefeated. That's right.
The only two undefeated teams in district are
Willis.
Willis and the Woodlands.
So
just finding us on the CISD Woodforest Bank stream if you're inclined to watch tomorrow night's game. Remember to subscribe, click the bell. It'll remind you every time we go live. I believe Jeremy's going to be on the call tomorrow night. As they kick it back off to Medina, as he's trying to stretch to the opposite end of the field, just getting caught up in traffic and is tackled at the 30. See, Medina continues to see that open space, but he's not being able to get through that cluster where everyone is fighting to try to just turn and get that open lane. He's just getting stopped right. You know, it's like driving down 45. You're getting stuck in traffic.
yeah. And but he's been able to pick up some really positive returns for Cleveland.
See if the offense can find any momentum, as Oak Ridge looks like they're bringing 5. And that was Justin Williams on the tackle. So 2nd and 10, just halfway through the first, or halfway through the second quarter. And there it is. You finally see it. The first sack of the night from Joseph Jonah Ajoye. Or Jonye. Jonye.
He just came in there with a lot of speed. And he will have picked up his 8.5 sack on the season, extending his lead in first place in the district, as he currently has a 2-sack lead over second place in Isaac Stafford of Willis.
Cleveland going empty. Mendez rolling left, but that's intercepted by Oak Ridge. That is number 4. That is Justin Williams on the interception. Pick 6 for Oak Ridge.
All the seniors for Oak Ridge having a very positive senior night. Justin Williams gets a pick and takes it to the house, the casa.
So you can deposit that.
In the
6.
bank.
You can deposit that in the bank.
Yep.
Yes. Bank puns all night here at Woodforest Bank Stadium.
And that's going to be Justin Williams' 3rd interception on the season, and that'll tie him for 1st in the district for interceptions. The middle linebacker showing that DB speed.
And just having great vision on Mendez, just
Yeah.
following him, especially just ahead on the coverage of the on the receiver.
Yeah, if you were playing as Oak Ridge and Madden and usering Justin Williams, that'd be a little bit of a user lurk. Getting in the passing lanes and making sure you catch that ball. When I did the Conroe Oak Ridge game, there was a couple times where the ball kind of went through his hands. There was 2 times where that happened, that he finally got that interception and turned that Conroe Oak Ridge game, blew it open for Oak Ridge for them to take the win. But it just feels like he's everywhere on that defense.
You'll find him at the line. You'll find him in coverage. You'll find him in the backfield.
It's pretty impressive for a player to lead the district in TFLs and also tied for the lead in interceptions.
So Oak Ridge leading 45-0 here in the first half. Ursad kicks it deep. Medina cutting back. So he's been a little predictable of what he wants to do.
He always wants to go left. Starts on that right side and just looking. He really wants to hit that edge and just outrun everyone and try to get some blocks and break free.
He's persistent. He's dedicated. He wants that. Just takes what he wants, like a honey badger.
Honey badger.
Yeah. The old viral video, I don't know how many years ago it was. Mendez keeps it, getting lurked. I believe that was a fumble. And I think Williams was in the backfield, as was Jonah Ajonye.
Yeah, Mendez was rolling out, and then you kind of escape Ajonye, and then right after you escape Ajonye, you see Williams coming right at you. And so lost the football, but able to just roll and pick it right back up.
That's one of those, whoa, moments.
Nice sound effect there.
Whoa. Oh, no. Mendez hands it off. Nice lane, but just stuffed right back at the line of scrimmage. I will say that Caldwell does have a nice burst of speed out of the backfield.
Yeah, I would like to see Cleveland kind of run more of the, runs from the shotgun, kind of like some inside zone concepts that don't take as long to develop as, Oak Ridge is really just getting to that backfield really quick, some quick runs before those gaps fill up.
I believe Harrison's in the backfield now as Mendez throws and almost intercepted. Trying to see who was that. I'm not sure if that was. I think that was Jakindry Fleeks. Jakintry. Number 9, Jakintry Fleeks on the coverage. Or was Arins Ejeckum? But it's 4th and 10 for Cleveland. And we have a delay of game. That's going to be the.
I think they actually took a timeout.
Oh.
Got it just in time before the play clock ran out. So that was their second timeout used of the half.
Use them if you got them.
Yeah, can't carry him over. I think we talked about that
last week
for the Conroe New Caney game.
How you feeling after that? After that week?
It was a tough loss for the Tigers. It's their bye week this week. Obviously, I go to Conroe High. I'm a big Conroe Tiger fan of the football team. They're just looking to regroup and finish strong the rest of the season. Had some tough losses. But, it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish.
There you go. I like that optimism.
So hoping they can finish the season out strong. Their next game next week is against College Park here at the bank.
Ching ching. So another punt, that little short punt from Cleveland. As Daniels downs it. It'll be at the 37. As Oak Ridge is leading 45-0. We still have 3.5 minutes left in this half.
Yeah, I believe this is going to be the third time we've had a team start on the 37-yard line, and that's just I don't know if that's very of a common thing. It's just, I guess, where the ball's been winding up.
27, 37.
Yeah, there's been a lot of 27s and 37s.
A lot of sevens.
A lot of sevens.
That's if you get the touchdown and an extra point. That's 7 points. DeBose gets the handoff as he runs, fighting. Touchdown. Gets the score for Oak Ridge.
And there is DeBose's hat trick. As we were talking about earlier about Arthur getting one, DeBose gets one first and picks up his first rushing touchdown of the night, as he had 2 receiving
73 yards to the house. 73. Broke 2 tackles and beat the final defender, as I just saw him chasing it. You're going to see it in the replay after the extra point. So it's going to be 52-0. Just going to see the replay. So here you go. Just cuts back, breaks 1, breaks 2, and just continues to put on the burners and gets into the end zone. Amazing.
Yeah, didn't get to mention the fact that Trosclair was back in there at quarterback.
Did not get to say that. It
As
just
it
happened
was
so fast.
yeah, one-play touchdown. Those are the best type of touchdowns, one-play touchdowns, in my opinion. If you can score the fastest. In certain situations, you want to kind of milk the clock, but not in the second quarter.
And you could tell that this Cleveland defense is starting to get tired just because of how long they have continued to be on the field.
Yeah, there was some times where they had actually been stopping the run pretty well. It was around that second and third drive for Oak Ridge where they had about a string of 3 or 4 plays holding Oak Ridge to either a gain of none or a gain of less than none.
Yeah, being able to contain Arthur, but now you just see what Oak Ridge has been able to do. It looks like Medina was going left and finally cut back right and is still trying to fight for extra yards, but there's a nice scrum. And let's say, I'm saying 24. He's down to the 24.
That's what I was thinking. Well, they might, let's see, might be the 25.
So they are going to stop forward progress at the 25.
So they start where would have been the same result as a touchback.
Well, Cleveland, we've seen this offense quite a bit this evening. As I believe that's Harrison getting some nice run. Still fighting for extra yardage. Gets 27, biggest run of the night for Cleveland.
Yeah, and they enter War Eagle territory.
So 1st and 10.
Yes, Harrison.
As they call Harrison's name again, he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. I think the War Eagles weren't expecting that run on the first play. So Cleveland handed it back off to Harrison. Actually, Mendez is going to keep it as he's trying to get. There is a flag in the back, in the secondary. I see it at the 30.
Oh, it's 2 flags.
Oh. That was easy enough. I saw that one just get thrown
Yeah, because I only saw the one, and when you said the 30, I was a little confused because I was like, no, there's one at the 45, and then I looked at the 30, and I was like, oh, there's also one there.
I was keeping an eye on the high judge.
So we'll see what the refs.
Offense, holding, number 12, 10-yard penalty, still second down.
So they're going to do the they're going to do the penalty from the spot of the foul.
Second down and 12.
So it's 2nd and 12 for Cleveland. And Harrison.
Football came out.
Harrison on the carry.
They going to say it went out of bounds? I think they are.
Yeah.
Looked like an
There's just so much red. There's just so much red over there. It's either the pants or it's the jerseys.
That's going to be a loss for Cleveland. It's going to be 3rd and very long.
Yeah, pushes them back in their own territory. It's 3rd and 17. Just under a minute and a half remaining in the half. Minute 30 remaining, actually minute 20 now. Mendez lining up under center. As they're going to try to get the play clock closer to 0. And Joseph Jonah Ajonye brings the pressure again. As Mendez just gets rid of it because he does not want to get sacked by the defensive lineman.
No, Joseph's a big guy. As you can see, number 99.
Unsportsmanlike, number 81 on the offense. Still.
So there was a unsportsmanlike penalty after the play concluded, so it's now going to be a 4th and even longer. Say it'll be a 4th and 32.
Yeah, there you go.
It's that math.
It's the math.
It's the math. I say, wait, no, that's not right. It's a 15-yard penalty. And that was Gabe Camarillo on the return. Signal for the fair catch. So it's 47 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's been all Oak Ridge, 52-0. A lot of stats for the team.
Looks like
they're going to take a knee.
Head this game into halftime. And
so Oak Ridge is going to do one more kneel to let us go on and go into halftime. Great sportsmanship by Oak Ridge.
And Oak Ridge will get the ball coming out of the half.
So back-to-back kneel downs from Emerson as they're going to start to head over to the field house. And that's going to do it for the first half. Oak Ridge 52, Cleveland 0.
And that's your halftime. For your halftime score, Cleveland Indians 0, Oak Ridge War Eagles.
Before we take a break, as the Cleveland band is getting on the field for their halftime show, Sam, obviously all Oak Ridge. Saw the hat trick from DeBose. 1 on the ground, 2 in the air. Then you can see Frankie Arthur getting 2 touchdowns. It's a pretty unstoppable tandem right there.
Yes, it is, and that's what their offense has been all season. Is Arthur, DeBose, the two seniors showing out on senior night for the War Eagle faithful here, who made it out on the Thursday night knowing they got to get up tomorrow and go to work or school. You know, the student section.
Pick your poison.
Yep.
What time does school start?
High school starts 7:16.
On the dot.
On the dot.
So what time are you waking up to get to class?
For me, it's usually around 6:20. And then usually lay there for a couple minutes, and then, you know, you got to get up and get ready.
Okay,
So.
I do not miss those days. I do not miss those days one bit. But thank you for sticking with us. We're going to go ahead and take a break after these first half highlights conclude, and you get to see the Cleveland band, and then you're going to get to see the Oak Ridge band and drill team. And then we'll be back for a second half of football as Oak Ridge will be receiving because they deferred for the first half. Take care. We'll be back soon. I'm Jackson Cochran for Sam Ulrich.
The band is under the direction of drum majors Will Durrett, Drew Guerrero, Brooklyn Sherman, and Aldo Villanueva. Officer of the Week is Emma Mattingly. Marcher of the Week is Matthew Tanaka. The section of the week, the seniors. The guard member of the week, Sabrina Gutierrez. And the War Eaglet of the Week, Megan Mosher. The band would like to welcome the Irons Junior High 8th graders to our game tonight, and we are so excited to have them in our War Eagle Band Band next year. And now, sit back and relax as the War Eagle Band performs their 2023 field show entitled Fields of Gold. Take it away, War Eagle Band.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your halftime experience watching both bands. I had to say, I was
Testing, 1,
enjoying
2.
a little bit of what was going on. It was great to see Oak Ridge and Cleveland show us their, I guess, whatever they're using for their competitions. I forget the correct term.
Oh, me too. Goodness, I'm not in band. Did band in 5th and 6th grade, but have not done band since. I guess they're like performance. Is it just called a performance?
Yeah, performance.
Like
I was going to say
acts.
formation. But we're finally going to get to see Cleveland kick it off. Looks like number 89, Moises Sanchez, is teeing it up. A little unorthodox. Having a big man kick it off. I like it.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh,
It's happening right now. Big booming kick returned at the 7. And Camarillo just goes out of bounds. I would say he's at the 37. We've been saying 37 quite a bit tonight.
we have, but I don't think they're going to start at the 37 as they were.
No, but I do see if there is a
Two.
flag. There are 2 flags. Technically, he is. I do see a line judge at the 37.
Yeah, it's just got to be the lucky number for tonight. There's been a lot of
Number 18 is the return team.
a lot of starts at the 37.
But this one's going to go back 15.
10-yard penalty.
Oh, 10.
10.
Sorry.
So 27. No.
They're going to say 25. So spot
You
of the foul
got-
was at the 35.
You got to.
I saw the line judge at the 37. I'm following the line judge. Arthur gets the handoff, and he's met in behind the line of scrimmage. They're just going to call the play dead.
Yeah, it's a big TFL there. A loss of about 4.
And Trusclair is back at quarterback, number 10, as you can see. So the senior is back taking reps and right here for senior night. So
Yes,
Frankie Arthur is back there, and I do see DeBose. They're going split backs right now.
As we get later into this game, might see some of the depth from Oak Ridge come in.
As DeBose just gets extra yardage.
Yeah, tripped up there. Looks like he could have had a lot more. Made a nice spin move off the defender. It looks like he was going to get to the edge, just tripped over his own feet.
Yeah, just a little shuffle. Just trying to stay within the sidelines, try to chew up the clock since it is 3rd and 7 for Oak Ridge. Arthur gets a check down. Finds his way at the first down marker, keeping an eye on the stick, so it's going to be a first down of the half for Oak Ridge.
Do see a flag in the backfield.
I see it as well. Couple flags already in the second half. Wait for the umpire and head referee. Also talking with the line judge. Oak Ridge Band. Actually, no, that's the Cleveland
it's the
Band we can hear
Cleveland
from
Band.
the other
They
side.
are making some noise.
Yeah,
They
the Oak
travel
Ridge Band.
well.
We have set fouls, personal foul, offense, personal foul, defense. First down. Second down.
So the penalties are going to offset. I'm going to take it back.
There's some confusion because I believe that was 3rd down.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to talk a little bit.
So it is back at the 28. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 at the 28. All right, they resume play. Clock is now moving. Oak Ridge, 3rd and 7, lined up in the shotgun formation. Arthur in the backfield. Trosclair was able to get the first down. He finds Camarillo again.
That was a great throw by Trosclair as he threw. He took a hit, so way to stay in the pocket and make that throw knowing that you're going to get hit there. A big first down for Oak Ridge as Trosclair making the throws on senior night.
Fresh set of downs. Trosclair gives it to Arthur as he is able to turn the corner. He's still on the sideline. He's at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Oak Ridge. Frankie Arthur. House call. Able to toe the line on the sideline, gets the score as he gets his hat trick for the night. I see it, Sam. You're showing me.
You got to give him the hat. Give him on his crown. As he's extending that rushing touchdowns lead we mentioned earlier. 2 hat tricks from the 2 leading rushers in the district.
And the extra point attempt is good. So it is now 59-0 after the Arthur run. So he was able to even put on a little extra at the end because it looked like he was going to get pushed out of bounds inside the 5.
So
I was hoping for the house call. It happened. He deserved a big run like that tonight, especially on senior night.
That's the Big 12 speed. So he's going to UCF. A lot of conference realignment occurring in the college football scene.
That is true.
There won't be 12 teams next year in the Big 12. There'll be, I think, a little bit more. I think is it 14 or 16?
Something like that. I know that Colorado's coming back.
Neon
Dion.
Prime time. You're gonna have a lot of schools all over the country in the Big 12.
You know, the Houston Cougars actually made it into the Big 12. This is their first season in the Big 12.
They're playing right now at home against West Virginia, and they have the lead 28-24.
Well, Coach Dana Holgerson used to coach over at West Virginia.
As I like to say, he's haunting his former team.
Country roads take him home to the place he belongs. West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Take me home.
Country roads. Get a little karaoke going.
I appreciate you not going.
Really no, I don't have the singing voice for that.
I'm not fully warmed up to get that high of an octave.
Yeah, I gotta do the vocal warm ups in order to get the that high. If we get that high, we might break the press box glass in here.
We're gonna peak. We're already in the orange. We need to not get too high in that orange.
Yeah.
For technical terms, we don't want to be peaking. As Cleveland brings the offense out first time this half, it's a nice run. That is Caldwell on the carry. Jamarian Caldwell just short of the first down marker. It'll be a 2nd and 1. Ball at the 44. Cleveland still trying to find their first score of the night. Caldwell gets the carry again as he gets the first down. And I'm looking at the sideline for Oak Ridge, and it looks like some of the top defenders are taking some time off this series.
Yeah, I know. I see number 9, I have Joseph Jonah Jonier on the sideline, and I don't see number 4, Justin Williams, out there. So their senior night might be over. Might get some of these backups some reps.
Nothing wrong with extra playing time.
Not at all.
So Cleveland sticking with this ground game as they're getting one of the biggest carries of the night. That looks like that was number 10, Jamarian Caldwell again. Looks like he is in the red zone. He was pushed out of bounds at the 2.
Yeah, Cleveland really knocking on the door here, trying to score their first points of the game. And they're at a prime opportunity to do so.
So first and goal for Cleveland tonight at the 2. Are they going to call on Caldwell again as he's still in the backfield? And they call his number but get stuffed, and he tries to pitch it back to Mendez, but it's a fumble, and it's recovered by Oak Ridge. Jalen Jackson getting the recovery of the pitch back, trying to lateral. Caldwell tried to lateral over to Mendez and instead fumbles the ball. And Jalen Jackson comes up with it. All the momentum for Cleveland to get into the end zone tonight lost as Oak Ridge comes out at their own 7.
Looks like a different running back in there.
It is, I believe,
23.
Number 23, that is Jace Fussell. And that is one of your other senior running backs. He's starting to get some touches on senior night.
Yeah, definitely
so
trying to rotate.
I think that Arthur's night is going to be over.
Arthur and possibly DeBose as well.
Fussell gets 2 more. No, I have not seen the Oak Ridge mascot tonight.
No, but we have seen the
Irons Junior High mascot.
Junior High mascot.
So Oak Ridge chewing up a lot of the clock. Play clock is under 10. Fussell gets another handoff as he's trying to turn the corner, but he fumbles the ball. There's a flag on the play.
There's a lot going on.
Cleveland celebrating as if one of them came up with it.
Holding 58 on the offense. That be declined. First down.
So Cleveland recovers the ball. So back-to-back fumbles within the same area of the field. So it's going to be a first and goal back for Cleveland as they're going to start over at the Oak Ridge 4.
Man, there's a lot going on in these last 2 minutes of football. Let's see if Cleveland can punch it in here.
It looks like they have Isaiah Harrison in the backfield. Mendez throws to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Looked like those going to Bryce Morris. No, I was wrong on that one. That was Josue Estrada.
Yeah, just a little fade, 50-50 ball to the corner of the end zone, but just a little overthrown. Trying to get up there and aggressive catch it on him.
I do see Medina in the slot on the near side. He's on that hash. As Cleveland keeps it, they get in for their first score of the night.
Quarterback keeper. That was an interesting little call there. I think it was a quarterback just like kind of sneak.
Ruben Mendez gets the score. After 59 unanswered by Oak Ridge. And the extra point attempt is blocked and is recovered by number 29, Jackson Wiley, as he's running towards the end zone, and he scores.
Another senior making an impact tonight.
Just a great bounce for Wiley as he just recovers it and is just gone. No one near him.
Yeah, there was nobody within about 20 yards, not even any of his teammates. They were trying to chase him down. He was so excited to have the football there.
Taking any opportunity you can. Play until the whistle blows.
So you're, it's one of your big things.
So after the PAT block, Oak Ridge gets 2 points. It's going to be 61-6 with just 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. I know that school's tomorrow. Got to give it up to a lot of the students still being here, especially. But, you know, Oak Ridge is not that far from Woodforest Bank Stadium.
It's definitely the closest school.
Closest school to the stadium.
And the over at the south side of the end zone at the Jet Center, they changed the lights in there to match the team colors. So in there they got the blue lights. Looking nice.
So it's called the Jet Center?
The Jet Center.
Okay.
It's pretty new. I've been there good amount of times.
I did not know that that's what it was called.
Yep. Because they used to have
We actually had orientation in there last season for our play-by-play and just a lot of the other camera operators. As the kickoff return gets fumbled a little bit, but finally being able to come up with it and going down the field is Paxton McCutcheon as he's trying to get into the end zone, and he scores off of the muffed kickoff. And he goes 92 yards to the house. But there is a flag.
Oh.
I see it.
Yep. Usually when there is a flag on the kickoff, generally it is on the receiving team.
And it's at the 36.
And so possible block in the back.
So the special teams touchdown.
Holding. Number 28.
a hold.
10-yard penalty. First down.
So there will be no score. The penalty is going to push it back from the 36. So Oak Ridge will start at the 26. And as I was saying earlier, this is the only district game tonight. 3 other games will be taking place tomorrow, and this week Conroe and Caney Creek have a bye. So we don't have any other scores to update you with. So it's just 61-6 right now here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. High snap. And that's number 33. No, I'm sorry, that was number 23, so that was Fussell again. Sometimes those numbers just get bunched up.
Yeah, that was a big thing last week in the Conroe game. Couldn't really tell. A lot of players had their jerseys scrunched up a little bit. Makes it hard on us to try to figure out who the player is.
Yep. Fussell getting another carry, gets the first down for Oak Ridge. We're just at a minute 25 remaining in the third quarter. Going by a lot faster. Emerson is back at quarterback for Oak Ridge.
Timeout. Offense.
Oak Ridge is going to use their first timeout of this half. Actually, first timeout they've used tonight.
Yep.
Only 2 timeouts were used by Cleveland earlier tonight. But we have a minute and 4 remaining here in the third quarter. So we have 13 minutes and 4 seconds left of regulation. There's that math
There's
for
the
you.
math again. You're staying sharp.
Trying to. It's only 9 o'clock.
Only.
Only 9 o'clock.
Really does feel like a Friday, though.
Well,
But
it's high
it's
school
not.
football.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
But as the districts continue to expand and we
Oh.
continue to add more, especially since in our Conroe Independent School District, you know, there's Grand Oaks, Oak Ridge, Conroe, Caney Creek, the Woodlands, College Park. There's 6 teams right there. Have to be able to share a lot of these stadiums, especially
only
whenever
have 2.
4 pretty much play. Yeah, we only have 2 stadiums, Moorhead and Wood Forest, and 4 teams call this one home. As Emerson does a play action pass, connects with Trey Gerganis. Number 26, Trey Gerganis.
The senior.
So that was another first down for Oak Ridge as they are in Cleveland territory. I think they're going to let the clock hit 0 and move just a couple yards to the opposite end of the field, because that does it for the third quarter. So Oak Ridge leading 61-6 over the Cleveland Indians, where we have 12 minutes of football left tonight on senior night here at Wood Forest Bank Stadium. Now, Sam, if we talk about, because I don't know how many more games I'm going to be able to call with you over at Moorhead, but I gave you an assignment a couple weeks back
yes,
that we
you
never
did.
got to talk about it.
We brought it up, but we never
we
got
did,
to.
We did, but it might upset the Moorhead viewers because
I know.
they
so
want to
intrigued.
know. We kind of left them hanging on a hook because the game last week started to get a little bit more exciting towards the end, so we didn't get a chance to talk about the assignment I gave you on the week of homecoming, which was to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I did.
Well, we might just tease that a little bit as play resumes for Oak Ridge for 1st and 10 as Fussell gets the carry and is tackled at the 42. So a classic movie known as Raiders of the Lost Ark. Who is the main character?
Indiana Jones.
Okay, just making sure.
Played
Just-
by Harrison Ford.
Okay. You're not getting extra credit on the quiz.
Fair enough.
What were they searching for? How dare you?
Well, it depends what part of the movie. We're just talking in general, like the whole plot of it.
Yes, the main thing that they were searching for at the end of the movie, as Fussell just cuts in between the tackles and is finally tackled in the red zone, deep into the Cleveland territory.
Well, they're looking for the Ark of the Covenant.
Okay, wow. All right. I see you. Did it make you want to go and watch Temple of Doom, Last Crusade?
Probably will.
Okay.
Not yet. Very.
There's also
There's
the newest one, which is The Dial of Destiny in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which came out a couple years ago. Fussell gets another carry as he's breaking tackles and finally pushing his way to the goal line, but is just short. It'll be a 1st and goal for Oak Ridge.
And there is a flag in the end zone.
Might have been a hold, waiting for the referees to provide that clarification.
Unsportsmanlike. Number 2, the offense.
Ooh.
15-yard penalty.
Okay.
Still first down.
So the unsportsmanlike is going to be that 15-yard penalty, pushing them back from the 1. It'll be now actually from the 2, so it'll be should be 1st and goal
From the 17.
from the 17. Play clock under 10. Another handout to Fussell. Trying to turn the corner, just pushed out of bounds. So since it won't be a I guess it's not going to be a 1st and goal, so it will be a 1st and 10 or first. Yeah, it's not going to be a goal line stand for him. Since they tacked on the yardage after the play concluded.
I guess that's true.
So it's 2nd and 10. As Fussell gets stuffed at the line, and it'll be a loss. We're 3rd and 12. With the accelerated clock, we're just at 8:20 remaining in regulation. As Emerson throws an incomplete pass.
Just overthrew his man there.
I think he was looking for number 26, Trey Gerganis again.
Yeah, I believe so. And it looks like the offense staying on the field for this 4th and 12. But play clock is dwindling down.
Ball at the 19. Emerson finds Gerganis. I'm waiting for the spot.
Short.
He is short, so that will be a turnover on downs. So Cleveland, we've seen this offense back on the field following their touchdown earlier. Cleveland was able to execute on their ground game in the previous drive. I think that's Corey Counselor, number 5 for Cleveland, getting some reps right now. Just looking a little bit at this Cleveland roster. They have about 20 seniors on their roster this season. I'm seeing a lot of sophomores, so they do have a fairly young roster. But quarterback Ruben Mendez is a senior, so they would be celebrating their senior night coming up this season. And also number 1, Andy Medina. It's 3rd and 12 for Cleveland. Mendez under center. And just that Oak Ridge defense that we've talked about, being able to put pressure at the line of scrimmage, being able to just get into the backfield, makes a big stop. It's 4th and long, ball at the 5.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter who's in there for the Oak Ridge defense, whether it be the first stringers or the second stringers. They are showing out.
So Cleveland punts. Favorable bounce. Being that far back in your own territory, they had to just get the snap and get rid of it quick.
It was a very good job there you're backed up into your end zone and you're punting that. It's not a very fun thing to do.
Just checking up on NFL tonight. I know that it's Thursday Night Football and the Kansas City Chiefs are hosting the Denver Broncos. I do see that the Kansas City Chiefs are leading in that game 16-0 right now. They're in the later part of the third quarter. And if you're interested in what's going on in the National League Division Series, because it is playoff baseball.
It is.
The Philadelphia Phillies, which they are wearing their blue jerseys, are leading the Atlanta Braves. But the Atlanta Braves are not that far off. Even though they're losing, they have bases loaded at the top of the 7th. And Ronald Acuna's at bat right now.
Ooh. The
Ronald Acuna.
Probable NL MVP.
What was he, 40-70?
40-70, first ever 40-70 club.
So it's 2nd and 4 for Oak Ridge. Emerson hands it back off to Fussell as he's trying to get a fake, but he gets tackled and the first down. So fresh set of downs for the War Eagles as they continue to execute with the ground game. And Fussell, the senior, is getting him some positive yards on senior night.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get him into the end zone here. As I think if he finds his way into the end zone, will that be the 4th or 5th different senior? Well, I guess since Justin Williams got a touchdown, it would be at least the 5th senior to get in the end zone for Oak Ridge.
Well, Wiley had that. Well, that wasn't technically a touchdown because it was the block. So I was going to say, yeah, it was a 2, but he found the end zone.
I guess you're right. And
Fussell scores. Wait, the ball comes out. In Cleveland, they haven't called the play dead yet. There is a flag in the end zone. So there was a fumble in the end zone recovered by Cleveland. That was Christian Harrison with the recovery.
It was hard to tell if he had broke the plane, because once you break the plane, if you lose the football, you're good. That was kind of a bang-bang play there.
And it looks like the penalty, they signal it's on Cleveland.
Yeah, there's a flag right in the end zone. But
still waiting. The referees are still conversing right now. Not entirely sure.
There was no penalty on this play. Penalty.
So since there's no penalty, they didn't say that it was a score. So Cleveland will have the ball.
that's their second forced fumble of the night. And all the fumble action has really gone on at that south end zone.
So that's the second turnover tonight from Oak Ridge. And we know that Cleveland had 2 turnovers also. We had the pick 6, then we also had the fumble earlier.
And then the fumble on the punt.
That's right, the fumble on the punt.
So I think Oak Ridge is winning the turnover battle.
So Mendez keeps it. Looks like a little bit of pinball action. With just 60 seconds remaining, Cleveland. Mendez does another quarterback keeper and just gets a yard. Cleveland, depending on movement, will have 1 or 2 more plays remaining in this game.
Yeah, time-wise, this could be the last play of the game, as we are under 40 seconds.
Play clock is at 20. You're right, Sam. This will most likely be the last play of the game, as it's another keeper for Mendez, as he is tackled.
22. It's Joseph Wilson,
Senior.
Yep. 5 seconds.
I believe that does it. So Oak Ridge comes out on top tonight, 61-6 over the Cleveland Indians. Oak Ridge goes 4-1 in district this season, sitting at 3rd. Willis and the Woodlands are 1-2 with a 5-0 record. They will play tomorrow.
Not each other, but they'll.
Not each other, no.
They're playing
the
tomorrow,
Woodlands will
yeah.
be back here tomorrow night against College Park. But that's going to do it for tonight. We're going to have a couple more highlights for you to see following the play. I'd like to thank a lot of our sponsors. Thank you for those who have stuck with us this entire game. We got to talk a little bit of Indiana Jones at the end of it.
We did?
We talked a little bit of NLDS. Talked a little bit of NFL football.
We got covered a lot of different sports tonight. They didn't get to basketball, but
No basketball, but the Rockets were winning. We were talking a lot of bank puns earlier.
yeah, we had
Cashing
a fun night.
Cashing in touchdowns.
We had a fun night.
I know it's a school night. I know you got to get out of here.
I do.
Sam, what'd you like from this Oak Ridge team tonight?
Just their offensive DNA and how they played all year, just staying on the ground and pound football. You had your 2 all-district caliber running backs, just both with the hat tricks. As I'm putting on my imaginary hat right now as I say that. On the senior night, they're able to get in the end zone multiple times, and then that defense. Justin Williams, #1 linebacker in the nation, having himself a pick 6 in the first half.
Then Joseph Jonah Ajonye getting a sack tonight.
Getting a sack,
continuing to extend his lead of the sack game.
The Nigerian Nightmare. I just remember when he played on the sophomore basketball team at Conroe, he was a double-double machine. It is not a guy you want to go up against. And then transferred over to Oak Ridge halfway through his sophomore year. I was sad to see him go, but his parents, I believe, got a job in the area. I had AP World History with Joseph that first semester.
Very cool.
And so he's.
Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Sam, it's a pleasure working with you again.
Always is.
I'm Jackson Cochran.
And I'm Sam Ulrich.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody in the booth. Thank you for our staff. Thank you to our sponsors. We are looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night to close out Week 8 of this season. HNC 143. Go Astros. Represent Houston. Make us all proud. Take care.